Greetings and welcome to Office Hours with Dr. G. I'm your host, Dr. G, and I am so glad that you could keep our appointment. Tonight's guest is no stranger. I'm talking about Cynthia Martin L., who was born in Brooklyn, New York, and grew up in San Fernando, California. She has been a numismatist since the age of 9, when her grandfather first gave her silver coins.
That's me.
Since then, she has been consistently collecting silver, gold, and other precious metals and foreign currency for over 60 years. But that's not all for Cynthia. Through her love of film and its potential to inspire change, Cynthia's worked creatively in the film and TV industry for over 5 years, focusing on social, political subject matter to awaken the masses to the importance of having a nationality, reading, and learning real history. She is an entrepreneur, a certified weapons trainer, business consultant, and owner of several businesses. Cynthia graduated with a bachelor's degree in hotel and restaurant management from Michigan State University and from Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York. She has held corporate positions as director, food and beverage, and assistant general manager of Holiday Inn Hotels, area food director for Federated Department Stores, and director of training and development with Compass Group North America Division. Cynthia has developed and facilitated soft skill training for corporate clients for the 1986 and 2002 Olympics. She is a Franklin Covey certified facilitator and part-time Dale Carnegie facilitator, and she's listed on page 283 of 1999 and 2000 Who's Who in America. Cynthia is also founder and director of Noble 7 Publishing, Warriors Estate in Houston, Texas, a successful publications company for new and upcoming authors. She provides a platform and opportunity for community engagement and the ability as a culture of people to control our media and print literature according to the mandate of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Cynthia is also the new board chairman of House of Reawakening Minds, where she has already begun working closely with yours truly and other board members to strengthen the current offerings and develop additional programs in support of House of Reawakening Minds' expanded global mission and purpose. Her next project is to develop an interactive leadership program for girls. She believes in a world where girls believe in their power. The core focus is developing self-awareness, confidence, character, and courage in girls by giving responsibilities that enable them to make choices about their lives. Listen, y'all, it's a whole bunch more I can tell you about my sister. Let me just bring her on camera so we can get to the business of what we're talking about tonight. The question is, or the statement is, creating generational wealth. It's not too late. Want to welcome my friend and sister, Cynthia Martin. Yo.
Hey, y'all.
How are you? Y'all,
I'm great. I'm great.
We're sisters from other mothers, but we are
Yes, we are.
We are sisters.
Yes, we are.
And I am so glad to have you here today to talk about this very, very important subject matter because as a starter, our national Grand Sheik has been talking about, silver, and one thing about he always carried a silver coin in his pocket wherever he goes. But he's been talking about silver since I met him, so he was probably talking about it before I met him. But so the whole almost 12 years that we've been affiliated with each other, he's been talking about silver. It wasn't until 2020 rather that I got on the bandwagon when an opportunity came my way with something we'll talk about later. But y'all, I am shamelessly plugging what I'm doing in the background so you can see that, right back here or over there, whichever way. There it is.
Yeah.
You can see that while we're talking, but that's not what it's all about.
No.
Cynthia, you have been first of all, I said that numismatist.
Yes.
Numismatist. Yeah.
Yes. I have my certificate right here.
See, y'all, I didn't just make that up. But anyway, I wanted to do something different. First of all, before we even get started, please, y'all, like and share. And if you haven't already done, everybody is going to need to hear this. Trust me.
Yes.
Me. You tell your mama, tell your papa. I'm getting ready to do the Ray Charles song. Look, call somebody, text somebody, give them the link to this, and say they get ready to talk about
Yes.
generational wealth, because right about now
Mhm.
they are flipping with our stuff to the point
Yes.
that we are up against a wall, if you will, so to speak,
Mhm.
when it comes to whether or not we'll be able to survive financially and economically what is being brought upon the people. So I
Right.
want y'all to, I want to get those numbers up. I see 73. Come on now. Y'all know. Now went down to 69. Y'all is full
Yeah.
of never mind. I'm not saying I'm going to talk about
That's okay. That's
it's
okay.
our
I'm fixing to burn them up. I'm fixing to
yeah,
burn them up.
that's
Yeah.
right. Well, they'll see it. They'll see it. They don't need to see it in the replay. They need to
Yes.
ask them. Where y'all listen? I never asked this, Cynthia, but I'm going to ask this in the comment section. Where are you all from? Somebody tell me. Y'all tell me in the chat where. I never know where folks are
Yeah.
logged in
Let them
from.
put it in there so we'll know
Yeah,
where people are,
yeah.
listening.
Let us know where you tuning in from.
Mhm.
I never asked this, but I was like, you know what? I don't know. I know their handles, if you will, or the names that they put up. I recognize the ones, the regular ones, but I don't know. If we buffering Sister Deborah's because they don't want y'all to hear this stuff
Mhm.
that Cynthia and I are going to talk about. Wow,
Yeah, they
okay, there
sure
we go.
done. Yeah.
Savannah, Georgia, Bronx, Hampton, Virginia, Flint, Michigan, Alabama, Austin,
Hey.
Texas, Minneapolis, Minnesota,
Mhm.
Canada, Burlington,
Yes.
New Jersey, South Carolina. All right, y'all, from
Yeah.
Porter, Texas. Okay, yep, all
Okay.
right. I like
Yeah.
that one. Gangster shit, 129.
Yeah. We fix to
But
get gangster. I mean,
right,
really.
Denver, Colorado, Ohio. Okay. North Carolina Republic. I'm trying to read. It's coming. St. Louis, North
Yeah.
Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cockeysville, Maryland, Greensboro, North Carolina. See that? Kentucky.
Yep.
Uh, oh, gangster shit. That's Monet, Cynthia.
Yeah. Hey. That's my
Chesapeake.
assistant.
Okay, I like that handle. Chesapeake, VA. One of these days we're gonna get Boston, Mass, Wisconsin, right?
Mhm.
North Carolina, Ohio, the
Oh,
buffering stop. You better have Philadelphia, Brooklyn. See, don't y'all like to be
hey, Brooklyn.
yeah, Brooklyn in the house, Ohio, Toledo.
Mhm.
All right, Queens, 215.
Yes. Yes,
I think
ma'am.
that's
Come on in.
Renee.
Come on
St.
in.
Louis. All right, Sister Madonna. Arkansas, Hollywood, Florida. Okay, see that I'm getting y'all.
See?
I'm getting Philly, jurisdiction.
Yep.
Asia, Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
All right, Philly, Compton. Okay, y'all. Gratitude. Yeah, love you.
Yes.
Love you. Gratitude to you all. Thank you for that. But we really wanted to. I have two reasons, Cynthia. One is one's a bit selfish. Tampa,
Okay.
Colorado. I wanted to. I came out with talking about silver when I got on the bandwagon in 2020, for instance.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of people at the time that started collecting silver. And how did I know? Because they were in my team. And
Mhm.
I want to say that more than maybe about 2/3, not half, more than half of those folks are no longer collecting because they're no longer oh right, I see you, Tampa. No, our sister Cynthia is from Houston.
Yes. Houston,
Yeah,
Texas. Hey.
Houston, Texas. So a
Yeah.
lot of those folks have dropped off, and it's almost like when people come up against financial situations, you kind of know, when you just got
Mhm.
to make a decision towards what are you doing today, right here and now, and
Yes.
versus preparing for a future that may or may not come down the pipe the way people are.
Exactly.
And
And
I
this
mean,
is the conversation we had on Sunday that prompted, this particular speech and lecture for this night or for this evening.
thank
So,
you for those that are still collecting.
yeah.
But there are a lot of people that when 2020 really,
Mhm.
became what it became,
They'll be
2021.
back on after tonight. I promise you that.
All right, Georgia. Yeah, because they stopped. And even,
Yeah.
for my part, I try to tell people if you started out big, you were getting 10 coins, 5 coins, as long as you had got 1 coin a month, you would have been
Mhm.
collecting something to put somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when
Yes.
things change, then you up the ante. But that being neither here nor there, you are
Mhm.
a let me say this word.
Humanistic. Yeah.
Numismatist.
Numismatist.
Numismatist. Okay. It sounds like I'm saying a meniscus, like
That's
the
okay. It doesn't matter. They know what it is. I'm about the money.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And the
All
silver
right.
and the gold and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So anywho, um, you've been this since you were 9 years old. So when we
Mhm.
talk about creating generational wealth, my mind goes to your grandfather because at
Yes.
9, tell us what
Mhm.
happened and how you got into, you know.
Okay, well, very shortly, I'll tell you how I got into him. Very simply, my grandfather, he was also, well, my grandparents at that time, you have to go back in time. A lot of people don't understand that back in the day, there was no birth certificates, there was no mortgages, and it was gold and silver. We only got taken off the gold standard in 1976. So when I was 9 years old, my grandfather gave me my first silver dollar. And he explained to me at that time, he says, don't ever spend this unless you're in an emergency and you have to. He said, but you also need to always keep it because it's real money. I didn't know what he was talking about then. I'm 9 years old, but I always kept it. I still have it, as a matter of fact. I've never spent it. I don't spend any of my money, that way.
Mhm.
Because again, I knew from them, my grandparents speaking to me about the future, that this day was coming. And I've been speaking about it for over 50, 60 years already. People don't want to hear it, but now when we were talking on Sunday, we were both like, hey, I asked you, I said, what about your silver? And you were telling me just what you said. You said that people have dropped off. I said, oh no. And I used to teach, and I developed this class. And, it's not going to be a class tonight, it's going to be a lecture, but I developed this in 2018, and I sell it actually to this day to my executive clients. Okay, I have a Wham Hospitality LLC consulting company, but I sell it to them because these are athletes, these are people that have a little money, but they don't know what to do with it. So
Mhm.
it's
Well,
an
they have a
8 hour
little.
class
They actually have a
normally.
little fiat. They got a little
Yeah,
fiat.
yeah. So, that's how I got started, and I've been doing it ever since. It used to be a everyday thing. Whenever I got so-called paid, half my money would always go into silver and gold. Now, what I'm going to share with you later on when we get into that part of the presentation tonight, I'm not going to show you all my gold, obviously, for whatever reason, that. But I will show you and tell you and show you how you can amass a great amount of it in a short period of time if you're, dedicated. And that's why we're here too, because our people, 97% of us are not ready. We're not ready in prepping and food, and we're sure as heck not ready in finance. And like I'm gonna go through in just a minute, is that Fed Now Digital, July 1st, people, what you gonna do? Are you gonna consent, or how you gonna make it? So that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So, I just want to thank you, sis, very much for the opportunity to speak on this critical matter tonight, because it's going to have everybody on their toes. So I ask that, you guys get your pens and paper and your Kleenex, because I'm sure you're going to be mad at me before it's all over with, and take copious notes. Okay.
Right.
And
Oh, you know what? There was one thing that I did not do. Oh my
what?
goodness! And I promised I would do this. You all. This was an announcement that I was supposed to make at the very beginning of the show. Please stick around to the very end of
Mm-hmm,
tonight's broadcast, because for those of you who have been asking for an update on Brother Lamont, Council General Lamont Lamaurice
mm-hmm.
L. I got a call today. There's something urgent that needs to happen. I will share it at the end. So
Oh,
I told them I would tell you at the beginning to stay
mm-hmm,
on to the end. So you need to tell some more folks, because we need more folks in here even to hear
mm-hmm.
that. So at the end, I have some instruction. I have direct instructions that I received from him, and I promise that at the end of your presentation,
Mm-hmm.
Sister Cynthia, that I would give that out. So please, please,
Okay.
please, again, let somebody know that they need to be in this, and please stay to the very end. All right, Cynthia, go ahead.
Okay, I just again want to thank everybody for coming and showing up tonight. And I want to talk to you guys about your financial future. I hope the figures we discuss will apply to all of you as we go along. And this is a lecture, it's not a presentation. There was no way I can do 8 hours of class in this particular time frame. So we're going to get busy. Like I said, get you a pen, a piece of paper, and some Kleenex, and take copious notes, okay? Your first note, quote, any man can make a fortune, but it takes brains to hold on to it. Y'all think that's a true statement? I think so. Building generational wealth, a blueprint to open and have a plan for the next generation. It is the decade of decreed destiny being delivered. Okay, so what that simply means is that most of our culture and in this time and day, we don't leave any generational wealth to our kids or our families. Okay. And most of you already know what generational wealth is. You know, it's stocks, bonds, investments, inheritance,
Land.
real estate, land, whatever. But we have got to get back to doing that. Okay. And in order for us to really get back to doing that, then we have to have what I'm fixing to talk to you about tonight, a foundation. And what I'm talking to you about tonight is all true. All the people that I'm going to be talking about, you know some of these people, whether you like them or not, you know them. And some of the stories that I tell you are actually true stories, okay, that I've experienced, all right? So I just want you to be clear on that. In recent years, generational wealth has become a focal point in discussion about the racial wealth gap and the increase in concentration of wealth in the U.S. because it plays a substantial role in both. We've been locked in a bubble related to ourselves and our youth. This meeting will be mind-opening for you. It's usually an 8-hour class I teach my clients, and since there's no way time-wise I can do that, I wanted to share with you some of the key points that determine many of the keys to obtain the complete information. I pray that those here tonight will hear something that will ignite. Write this down if you have your pencil and paper ready. Mind, will, and emotions. The Black Enterprise magazine is reporting that statistics show that Moors, or Black African American, as they call it, wealth will fall to zero by the year 2053. That's their fact, but not our truth. That is exactly, if I'm not mistaken, number-wise, I think it's 30-some years from now, okay? 2053, okay? So let me ask y'all a question. Do you believe hard work will make you successful? Yes or no? You can answer that on your piece of paper because there's no way I can know what you're saying. Or put it in the chat. Yes or no? Do you believe hard work will make you successful? Yes or no? When you are going after your dreams, people will judge you for not making it quickly enough. I'm sure some of you have experienced that. However, the Creator will bless you for not quitting. I wrote this in 2018. I want you to write it down. It's a hashtag I wrote, and I always used it. Hashtag, it took Noah 100 years. Coaches and mentors are designed to elevate your thinking and execution. But are you willing to listen to us? You must be teachable. A lot of people want to yap, and they don't want to listen. My disclaimer to you tonight is to do your research. The information I share is only a catalyst for expanding one's confined consciousness. I do not want anyone to blindly believe or agree what I share. Seek the truth for yourself and put the puzzle together that has been presented to you. I'm not here to teach, preach, or lead, but instead assist, reawakening the minds and consciousness of the collective from its temporary dormancy. See, a wealth mentality is when you grow up or your mind begins to create a desire for things outside your financial power. Acquisition of material possessions becomes the definition and catalyst of wealth. However, a wealthy person is not driven by the addition of material possessions, but by assets. You see, my friends, things don't carry the same value when you can have them as when you can't afford them. The most dangerous person on the planet is the one that moves from poverty to wealth, but still maintains that poverty mentality. The reason is they will continue in pursuit of material possessions, seeking to prove their wealth, while the truly wealthy know that they don't have to prove anything. The wealth mentality is not driven by personal or public opinion, but by the generational and global impact that their wealth will have. Write this down. Money is a tool, exclamation point. Ecclesiastes 10, 18, 19. Because of laziness, the building decays, and through idleness of hands, the house leaks. A feast is made for laughter, and wine makes merry, but money answers everything. I'm just here to make you think. For us, we are blessed to be a blessing to others. Are we not, sis? Yes, we are. Yes.
We blessed. Look, we she know we not blessed. We blessed.
You know, I know but there's people on here that don't know nothing about
when you
blessed.
created that, though, I know you were working with the public.
Yes. This information I'm sharing with you this evening is an 8-hour class I used to give. So I will debrief you this evening on generational wealth and what I call Vision Quest 2023 and how it relates to our community, culture, and the future in the works here at the House of Reawakening Minds. What I will be talking about tonight is a discussion on the soul and the proper order to make decisions. The proper order is to engage the mind, which engages the will, which creates the emotion last. And how many people here think it's hard to make money? If you're participating, write it in the chat if you think it's hard to make money. Usually I would write these answers on a board, okay? And when I'm teaching, so everyone could see. So we're just going to pretend tonight, okay? Let's say 2 people say it was hard and one said it's not. One said nah or could be. So what we're learning here is that most people reverse this order as it relates to decisions. They go through their emotions, then their will, then their mind, which is totally backwards. So when dealing with finance, the Creator says, where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. So it is designed for you to come from the top down, mind, will, emotions. But what we do when we deal with money is we deal with the emotion. And what happens is when you begin to become conditioned with your upbringing to believe that money is hard to get, then your emotion begins to dictate your behaviors. So you behave like it's not enough. And because you act like it's not enough and you never behave out of there's an abundance of it, then the emotion part makes you go out and get a job, or job, as I call the acronym for it, or just over broke. But watch this. But the job never gives you enough. Then what happens is your emotions start telling you your will to submit to having enough. So after you start hating the job, what do? You still go. Your relative died and you must beg to go to the funeral. But what do? You still go. It's 15 feet of snow out there. They only pay $15 an hour. And you will ride a
Let me see.
you
Cynthia, I don't know if you can hear me because you froze. Let me see.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? It might be your connection on your end.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're in the chat. Do you hear me? Because I can't hear Cynthia, and I'm sure you can't because she's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear me, Cynthia? Because you are frozen on the screen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're frozen. So they only hear me. Why don't you come out and go back in if you can hear me?
Okay.
Log out, log back on.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
Y'all give us a minute. Give us a second, y'all. In the mean, let me see. Yeah, Yes, we heard you, but not Cynthia. Can she go out? Yep, that's what she's doing. All right, y'all. Yeah, but how many already that are in here are collecting silver from somewhere, or gold and silver, or other precious metals, or some of the foreign currencies that have been coming on scene? I know a lot of people long time ago were doing dinars, and then of course Zimbabwe, the Zims, and the Bolivar, and then I'm not sure what else is out there, but let me see. Hold up, because it's important to get. Let me see if I can. All right, Cynthia, I don't see you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so we have no picture, but we have your voice. Is your camera on?
Can you see me now?
No, we don't. We don't see you. Let me see.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, we hear you.
You can?
Yes, we can hear you. So I don't know if you want to bring up your if you could bring up your avatar or something. Dong. Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, Coco Honey there. If you want to obtain there, you can go to my website, getpaidmore.com. So Coco Honey, yeah. Wasn't calling you honey, but that's yeah. Coming off with coming off the Wi-Fi, Miss Cynthia, somebody says.
No, well, my Wi-Fi is good. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, your picture is gone. Your picture is gone. Just give us a sec. This is so important that
Oh my gosh.
they don't want you to
Yeah, I knew that.
well, you know what? Just keep talking. Tell you if you could get your picture back on, fine, but you can talk. We can hear you. I think.
About the job. Okay, that's where
Yeah.
where I left. Okay, so after you start hating the job, what do? You still
see now. See. Now they're taking your sound also. Cynthia.
Yeah.
Okay. When you went out all the way out. If somebody says reboot your computer.
Shoot. Oh my God.
So I can hear you. I can hear you, but even as you started to speak, your voice went out again, so we don't see you. Let me speak now. Let me see if we can still hear you.
All right. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you. Go ahead.
All right. If someone can't hear me, if you would please
like now. Oh my gosh.
No?
Yeah, you're going out. You start speaking, and then all of a sudden, I can't hear you. So I'm not. I know you're speaking. Somebody saying nothing but the devil coming up. Somebody, can you screw? Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me use this in my head.
Can't hear you now.
See, it's going off. It's going on and off over here too. It's like doing the circle thing.
Yeah, we don't even see you. All I see is your Cynthia Martin L here, and do not. It yeah, that's all I see is your sitting Cynthia Martin L showing up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they don't want me to talk about this. That's all.
Okay, talk right now. But we can't see you. Yeah.
Again, but
I almost want to create another thing, y'all, and just have you look pull you onto the other off of YouTube, but then we might lose a lot of folks. We can go directly to StreamYard without YouTube.
because YouTube always does this because we're speaking about things they don't want us to talk about. So if
Okay, y'all. So here's what I'm gonna do.
okay.
Okay. So what I'm gonna attempt to do, it'll be real raw, is go on to StreamYard if I can, and create something. Live StreamYard.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do a webinar. What did we call this? Creating generational. Yeah. You all just give me a minute, um, so I can. What I'm going to do is and see if we can get around them. Not too late, and see if I can create something else for Cynthia to come up on. That's why I do not like these people,
Yeah.
because anything that is going to be of value. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Okay,
Mhm.
it might be some. I don't know if there's any. So I'm gonna start live chat on demand. Um, y'all, I am creating as we speak, Cynthia. I'm creating a new. I'm creating a new.
New
And
space.
I'm going to have it start. It's 8:32, y'all.
Uh,
Listen clearly to me, y'all. It's 8:32. I'm gonna have this new thing start today at. Let me see if I can get it in here. 8:45. I'm gonna put down 8:50. Now I'm not making y'all wait. I just want to get it in here. We can start quicker than that. Start time. Create. All right. One moment, please. Okay. So this now listen y'all. So what I'm getting ready to do is give you all a link. How do I do this? Copy the link. Send the link somewhere. This is complicated, y'all. And I appreciate you holding up, staying there for me so I can do this. Put the link here, paste it, and I'm going to send it to myself. Give me a second. I'm going to put the link up for you all to. We're going to get off of this channel and see if we can get it. Give me a second now. Let me get the link for you. Oh gosh, this is. I'm so glad that you all see how they mess with us. How they mess with us. Okay, here we go. I need to get the link. Here we go. Copy. All right. So in the chat, here's the link. You all see that? To tell, let me know if it's. I just created a off of YouTube, off of Facebook link. If you will click on this link, I'm gonna have have Cynthia come over on this other thing. And this is our thing. That's why we've been trying to get off of this because it's ridiculous. Now let me go back in here, Cynthia, and get you your link. Oh, gosh. I appreciate you all. Please. I guess. Okay. And she's off of the she's off, and let me make sure she got this. Do you all have it? Do you all see that? Please take that link and meet us over there. And that it's not going to be. I'm going to get on before 8:50, but I just had to give it a chance. Okay, so take down that link. I just created another off of YouTube, off of Facebook, and let's see if we can do that. See y'all in a few. See you over there. Please make sure you got the link. I can't get it on the website because okay, everybody got the link. We'll see you over there on the other side. Thank you. I'm logging off. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm gonna end this broadcast. See y'all over on StreamYard, and the link is in the chat.